Perfect. And then really quick, can you guys let me know if you hear me? Just give me a yes. Yes, no, maybe. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into this. My name is Brandon, if you guys don't know, and today I'm going to be covering the Asia session, showing you how to set up Bookmap, so the onboarding process, and show you how to get up and running with Bookmap. I do this every single Wednesday at market close, so 4 p.m. EST. So if you guys ever need future help on setting up your Bookmap, again, every single Wednesday you can join. So hopping right into it, the very first thing that you want to do is head on over to bookmap.com. Now, when you are on bookmap.com, you want to click this button up here that says login. Once you click login, it will prompt you to enter your email and your password. Make sure you have an account. Enter your email and password and then sign in. Now, once you're signed in, go to the user dashboard, which is going to be right here. And this is what your Bookmap portal should look like. Your license key is going to be down here. And you can see that you are signed in based on this name up here. It's going to say your name, right? After that, you then want to download Bookmap. So to download Bookmap, it's going to be right down here. If we go back, you can see it's this screen, select system. We have, multiple different options depending on what system you use, Windows, Mac M1. Just choose the one that you personally use and then select it. And then the next is going to be the version. Now, there are two different versions. Typically, you're going to see production or alpha. Just go with production. And then after that, you're going to click download. Now, once you download Bookmap, the next thing you want to do is to add a subscription. So going back to your Bookmap portal, your user dashboard, you can see right here that we have this button that says add subscription. All right. So you want to click on add subscription. Again, you want to make sure that you are signed into your Bookmap account, because if you are not, it is going to take you to this screen right here, which is going to be your core subscriptions, which again is going to be like digital, digital plus, global, global plus, etc. But you can see on the add subscription, you're not logged in here. So again, make sure you're logged in, because when you hit add subscription, it should take you to this screen here. Now on this screen, this is where we are going to be adding our data to use on Bookmap. Now, the first data that we're going to go through is going to be futures. If any of you trade futures, we can see right here we have Bookmap futures data. So this really depends on, you as a trader and what you trade. But let's say you trade the S&P 500 futures or NASDAQ futures. You're going to want to go with the CME bundle, or sorry, not the bundle, the CME outright, which is $17 for the first month and then $34 every single month after that. If you trade the YM, so the Dow Jones, that's going to be under CBOT. So you would select that, again, $17 for the first month, $34 every month after that. If you trade any of the metals, like gold, silver, etc., that's all going to fall under COMEX, which again is $17 for the first month, $34 every single month after that. If you trade multiple different instruments that are under different data providers, you can just go with the CME bundle, which is going to include CME, CBOT, NYMEX, which is going to be your oil, and then COMEX, again, which is your metals, for $79 every single month. So once you select the data that you want to use, you'll simply just check it. But also, if you trade individual stocks, you can also get data for that. There's two different ways that you can go about it. We have Bookmap equities data, which is going to be the NASDAQ and Total View NLS. This is just the regular equities data, but it's through Bookmap. A lot of positive feedback on this. That's going to be $29 for the first month and then $59 every single month after that. Or if you want to use DXFeed, it is going to be, a little more expensive. But if you do want to get the DXFeed stocks data, you can just go with NASDAQ depth data if you wanted to. That's going to be $69 every single month. Or you could go with EdgeX, which is going to be $59 every month. Or you could just get the bundle, of both of them, the DX Feed US Equities Data Bundle, which is going to be NASDAQ and EDGX, which is going to be 59 for the first month and then 119 every single month after that. So again, depending on what you trade, go to add subscriptions and then choose which instruments make the most sense to you as a trader. Now, once you have your data, the next thing you are going to do is install and run Bookmap. So I already showed you guys how to download it. Now I'm going to show you how to actually pull up Bookmap and get it up and running. So we're going to do this together. This is my Bookmap screen right here. And we can see right here that before opening Bookmap, there's a few different options that we can choose from. We have simulation mode, which is essentially, you're getting real-time market data and you're seeing just overall the real market, how it's moving, but you're trading simulated funds. If you were to be trading through, Bookmap in simulation mode, you can trade with fake money, but in the real market. So that's what your simulation mode is going to be. Trading mode is going to be just real-time data, real-time market. But if you want, you can route your trades through Bookmap within trading mode. So if you do have, a prop firm or even your own capital, you can trade it straight through Bookmap with trading mode. And again, you're getting real-time data with that. And then the third option, we have replay mode. Now, when it comes to replay mode, essentially, like if you say I wanted to go back to November 1st and look at the data on Bookmap, you can do that within replay mode. So it allows you to go back and to, watch previous market days or even earlier in the day. It's really up to you on what you select. But if you're going to use replay mode, you need to make sure at bare minimum that you are recording the live data, which is going to be down here. Okay, so make sure at bare minimum record live data is selected. If you are routing trades through Bookmap, you can select record orders as well. And every time you open replay mode, you can choose a specific day and a specific time to go back and backtest. So replay mode, in my opinion, it's very, very useful, especially if you just started using Bookmap. Being able to go back and see previous market data to get that repetition and that time with Bookmap, it's very useful. So for today, what we're going to do is we're going to open trading mode. I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to hit OK. Let this open. There we go. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to go through the 3-step process to add an adapter, add market data, which is establishing a connection, and then pulling up the instrument to read the order flow. So the first thing that we want to do is head up here to where it says connections and click this button right here that says configure. Once you hit configure, you then want to go over here to where it says add/remove platform. The first thing that we are going to do is add an adapter. So let me go ahead and delete mine real quick. Let's see, Bookmap data right there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to where it says install, and you're going to find Bookmap data. This is going to be your adapter, and then hit install. All right, so now the adapter has been installed for Bookmap data. The next thing we're going to do is add a connection. So all we have to do is go right here, click add connection, and go to platform, and we're going to choose Bookmap data, which is right here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to add a futures instrument. So again, Bookmap data. As far as server location, it depends on where you live. If you live in the USA, obviously choose USA, Europe, Japan. I live in the US, so I'm going to choose USA as my server location. And then I'm just going to hit OK. Now what we want to do is go back up into connections and select Bookmap data. When we select Bookmap data, give this a second to load. There we go. We can see that it gives it a blue check mark. So now we are connected to our Bookmap data adapter. Now to pull up a futures instrument, you want to hit this plus button right here. Our platform is going to be Bookmap data. Our type is going to be futures. And then again, as far as your exchange, it depends on what you're trading. Again, if you're trading gold, you'll go with COMEX. If you're trading oil, NYMEX. I like to trade the S&P as well as NASDAQ, so I'm going to choose CME as my exchange. And then the symbol is going to be ESZ5. That's going to be our symbol until December. I'll show you guys in a little bit how to figure out what your symbol is. But another cool feature with Bookmap is you can add historical data. So if you wanted to load up to 7 days worth of data, you could. For today, I'm only going to load 1 hour of data, so it loads very quickly. But all you're going to do is click subscribe. Give this a second while it loads. Perfect. So now we can see that the S&P futures order flow is pulled up, and this is how you are going to pull up a futures instrument on Bookmap. So we can start reading the order flow right away. So now that you know how to add a futures instrument, I'm now going to show you guys how to add an individual stock. So the next thing you're going to do is go up here to where it says configure, again, connections, configure, add connection. But now this time we are going to find DX feed, which is right here. And again, this is for adding an individual stock. So just choose DX feed and then hit OK. All right. Go back into connections and make sure it's selected. You'll know it's selected by the blue check. And then to add the individual stock, again, hit add instrument. But now we're going to go here to where it says platform, choose DX feed. And now we can just type in any stock that we want to pull up. So I think NVIDIA report soon will just pull up NVIDIA. But all you're going to do is type in the ticker symbol and make sure that you are always choosing the common stock. Okay. So don't choose this one down here. Choose common stock always. Again, you can load up to 7 days worth of data if you really wanted to. I'm just going to do 1 hour and I'm going to hit subscribe. Give this a second while it loads. And there we go. We now have NVIDIA pulled up and we can start using the order flow right away to start trading. So that's how you're going to add a futures instrument as well as an individual stock. The other cool thing is if you have access to Bookmap data, you can also pull up crypto. So to pull up crypto, you don't have to do any new connections. It's all through Bookmap data. Go here to where it says add instrument. Go back to platform. Change it to Bookmap data. But now where it says type, you're going to choose perpetual. Okay. You could use spot if you wanted to, but in this example, I'm just going to choose perpetual. Your exchange is going to be the multi-book, which is the only exchange you could choose. And then as far as the symbol, we can pull up BTC, USDT. You can pull up really any other crypto, Ethereum, Link, Litecoin, etc. But we'll just pull up Bitcoin for the time being. Now, again, you can load up to 7 days worth of data if you really wanted to. I'm only going to load one. As far as tick size, I think by default it puts it at like $1. You're best off putting it at 50. What your tick size is over here, right? So it's going to go in increments of 50, and Bitcoin being, I mean, it got hit a lot. I think it's like 85,000, 90,000 right now. It's going to show increments of 50 over here. Right now, I have a tick size of, 3 cents on NVIDIA. I don't want to see every dollar on Bitcoin over here. It's going to overload my system. So tick size 50. I'm going to change this to 0.1, and then I'm going to hit subscribe. I'll give this a second while it loads. There we go. And again, you can see that the tick size is $50 over here. So that's how you're going to pull up futures and individual stock, or individual stocks, futures, as well as crypto on Bookmap. So before we get to the Q&A, I do want to say, if you ever have any questions about Bookmap, head on over to the website. I'm going to get it pulled up on my other screen real quick. 1 second. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Head on over to the website, bookmap.com/learning-center/. Tons of free education over here. We have a whole, how to get started with Bookmap, which is pretty much what we just went over, knowing your Bookmap features, connecting to data, which is also what we went over, the Bookmap add-ons, which are included in your Global Plus subscription, market mechanics, order flow. Bruce has a course. This is a new course, actually, that just got added by Robert. There's another course with JTrader. I have my own course. I like to trade options a lot, so 0DT options and how I use the order flow with Bookmap through futures to trade options. So overall, a lot of free education over here, again, in the Learning Center. But also, if you go up here to the knowledge, you can see, or sorry, learning. Oh, wait, sorry, it was knowledge, my bad. Knowledge base. There we go. So knowledge base is pretty much take the courses and put it into wording instead. Besides, like, you know, these courses down here, but everything up here, pretty much take it and put it into wording. That's what the knowledge base is. So if you don't want to watch the videos and you want to read, you can go through the knowledge base. Going back to what I said earlier about, you know, figuring out the symbol to type in when pulling up, you know, S&P, NASDAQ, whatever, you can find all of that on the symbols table, again, under knowledge. So like ESZ5 is the current expiration we're on. As soon as December, the third week of December goes by, we're actually going to be switching to ESH6. So it's going to change. And this is the way that you're going to be able to figure out exactly how to input it into Bookmap and then pull it up. And, you know, it's also going to depend if you're using Rhythmic, Bookmap data, DX feed, etc., etc. There's going to be multiple different ways to pull it up. So again, you can find all of that on the symbols table. But also, if you do have a Bookmap account, you can join the Discord. It's completely free. All you'll do is head over here to where it says community and then click on Discord, and it will put you through the prompts to join the Discord. And then other than that, the event calendar, there's free events that happen every single day in the Bookmap Discord. You can go to the event calendar and just scroll down until something, you know, piques your interest. Say you see Bruce, live all market analysis with Bruce, and you want to join, you'll simply click that and boom, there's the link to join in the exact time. Or maybe I don't know, maybe you want to join Portuguese, right? You can click on this and then there's your link right there, or even scroll down more. Back to futures with markets and mayhem. Boom, you click that, there's your link right there, time and day. So again, tons of free events in the Bookmap Discord. All you need is a Bookmap account, bookmap.com account, and you can join the Discord for free and take advantage of all those free events that are on the or within the Discord. So yeah, that's I believe everything. Any questions you guys have in the Discord, Zoom, YouTube, type them up. CQG is another one that you can add. I just saw it when we were doing this. Let's see, where did I see it? ABC, I believe it was here. Let's see. CQG, there you go. You would just install it in the platforms. So I personally do not use CVD. I believe it's cumulative volume delta. I don't have experience with it, but there's 100% videos on the Bookmap website breaking down CVD. Perfect. What other questions you guys got? Any on YouTube, Discord? Anybody else on Zoom have questions? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to ask. I want to make sure I answer all your questions. Just aligning the order flow with key levels. That's about it, Michael. Oh, NVIDIA just reported. Any other questions? Nobody in Discord? YouTube, I think we're good. Awesome. You guys don't have any other questions? That'll wrap it up for today. Again, make sure to take advantage of all those free courses on the Bookmap website. And we'll do it again next week. Everybody have an amazing day. Oh, wait. At Ethereum USD, there is no data between 8:45. There should be, unless you didn't open your computer until 9. Then that would be why. But awesome. Everybody have an amazing day, and I'll talk to everybody next week. Peace out.